Hello everybody, Angel Arts is here, and I am very excited to announce a brand new series that I am hoping to be able to continue on throughout my channel from here on out, if it ends up being successful. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I would like to call open mic hangouts. So what does an open mic hangout entail? So just to give a little bit of a background, for me personally, because I'm a big fan of watching Let's Players myself, watching other Let's Players as well, and I find that the Let's Players that I tend to gravitate towards are the ones that I can form some sort of connection with, some sort of very personal connection with. And it's been something that has always been very important to me, and because I value that sort of, I guess, relationship with the Let's Players that I watch, I try to challenge myself to do whatever I can to form those same connections with all of you guys. And so what an open mic hangout is an opportunity for you guys, pretty much anyone in the YouTube community, to be able to get together with other individuals with very common interests to discuss a game or topic that they are very passionate about. In this case, I wanted to kick off the series with my first open mic hangout, which is Dragon Age Inquisition 1 year later. Because it's almost, give or take, a month or so. A 1 year anniversary, the 1 year anniversary since the Dragon Age Inquisition game has been released. I just released the final Trespasser DLC for my very first Inquisitor, Art Adar, yesterday, and to commemorate the end of his story, I thought it would be really cool to get together and just hang out with you guys and just talk and discuss anything and everything Dragon Age Inquisition that you want. And the idea is you all, of course, are welcome to ask questions or bring up topics to discuss. And more importantly, those of you who have a webcam, or even if you just have a microphone, if you have a webcam or a microphone, you are invited to come and participate and actually be a part of the hangout. So I will be doing these for right now through Google Hangouts Live, because I find that format works really well. This is very similar to the Dragon Age RPG tabletop campaign Q&A hangout that I did very recently. And the idea is I would have people drop in and out, like have a revolving door of viewers or participants come and go, and depending on how many people want to jump in, and we'll just hang out and get to know each other and talk. And you guys are welcome to bring up any questions you want to ask each other, bring up any topics that you want to discuss, bring up theories maybe for future games, pretty much anything and everything that you want. So I'm hoping that this is something that you guys would be interested in, especially for those of you who are huge Dragon Age fans. These open mic hangouts I particularly like because of two things mainly. One, of course, it gives me an opportunity to actually interact with you guys face to face, because I feel like the more subscribers I end up getting, the more of you there are of, the easier it is for one to see you more as numbers, and I don't want to do that. And the way that I combat that is find opportunities to put a face to you guys individually, like to actually see you guys as people, because you are people, and I would like to be able to continue treating you as such. And so any opportunity that we can just sit down and hang out in this format, in a face-to-face format, I think is a really positive thing. and it just would be so amazing to just get to meet new people. So that's number 2. Not only would it give me a chance to meet some great new people, it would provide all of you guys too, the whole community, to get to know each other. During the Dragon Age Tabletop Campaign Q&A Hangout, I got to meet I'm Hell of Games, Christian, Crown V, Julian, all those people, and we formed a bit of a small community, I guess, during that whole process. And even after we went off live, the panel, like the people that were still around, we continued chatting. I think I continued chatting with them offline for another 2 hours. And then even after I left, because I was getting hungry and I hadn't eaten all day, even after I left, apparently those group of people continued, hanging out and continued talking to each other and started forming new bonds and friendships, again, with people who are passionate about the same games that you are passionate about. So it gives all of us an opportunity to break down those walls, to break down those barriers, and meet new people and bounce ideas and topics off of each other. I think it's just going to be a really positive thing all around, and I'm really excited to try this out. And again, if it becomes really successful, I would like to continue doing more of these open mic hangouts. Maybe, for the Tales from the Borderlands when it's over, for Game of Thrones, the Telltale Games Game of Thrones when it's over, maybe Life is Strange, maybe, anything and everything under the sun that I think would garner enough interest to want to sit down and talk about it. And I think has enough material to be able to sit down and talk about it. It opens up a lot of possibilities, and it doesn't even have to be limited to the games either. If there might be one big topic that's related to video games in general, or even outside of the realm of video games, we could have an open mic hangout for really anything that any of you guys are passionate about, any topic under the sun that you're passionate about. So that's pretty much my proposal. So the hangout itself will be taking place this Sunday, October 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll put down an Acronis link as usual down in the description so you can convert that into your timeline. I find that 1 p.m. Eastern Time is kind of the sweet spot because it's not too early for the people who are on the west coast of the United States, and it's not too ridiculously late for the people who are in the European countries. So I try to do it during that time frame as much as possible. And it'll go from 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time until pretty much whenever. Like whenever we end up running out of topics to talk about, although considering a game like Dragon Age Inquisition, that's probably not going to happen right away. Or people get tired, really. So even if you can't make it on time, but you're running a little late, check to see if we're still there, because for all you know, we very well might still be going strong. Because I think with the Dragon Age tabletop campaign hangout, we went for a good 5, maybe 6 hours, maybe 5 or 6 hours. And I'm anticipating that the Inquisition hangout, it's possible for it to go longer than that, depending on the interest again. So that is going to be the plan. If you plan on being there at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and please only do this if you plan on being there on time at the starting time and are interested in starting off participating in the discussion as the original 10 panelists, because we can only have 10 people in the hangout all at once at first. Feel free to send me a private message, a YouTube private message with your email address, so I can try to put you onto the starting roster. And then as time goes on during the hangout, I can begin rotating people in and out in a revolving door fashion. This is completely optional. That if you end up, arriving late, or if you just want to wait till the hangout starts live, you can send me your email address, through a private message during the open mic hangout as well. But yeah, this is specifically for people who are planning on being there at the beginning and would like to show an interest in reserving a spot as one of the original 10 panelists in the open mic hangout. Feel free to send me your information ahead of time. And again, if you either don't have a microphone or a webcam, or you're not really interested in hanging out with us, that's perfectly fine. It's completely optional, and you are all, of course, definitely welcome to watch the live stream, and you can still ask us, you can still pose questions or pose topics of discussion while you're watching the live stream. But again, I am welcoming anyone and everyone who wants to hang out and talk about Dragon Age Inquisition. This is an open invitation to all viewers out there. If you ever wanted to talk about this topic, or if you ever wanted to get to know me in person, because I'd love to meet each and every one of you on a more personal level. This is an open invitation for you, and will pretty much be the same way for every single open mic hangouts that I do in the future. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions about the open mic hangout, feel free to put it down in the comments, and I'll try to get to answer those questions as quickly as I can. Again, this coming Sunday, October 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, love yourselves, love each other.